Wow, kids, that's some funky music. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. We're waiting for Farm Sim to load in, as you can see. I have in front of me the wheel. The wheel is here. Hello, CD models. Got the thing up, Landy, like a minute ago. Might not be using that too much today, though. Because I need to do a bunch of vehicle swaps on the west coast. There's a reason for it. So I'm going to be getting a lot of, well, number one, I want to cut down the amount of blooming vehicles I have. Don't do the wheel thing. Don't do this again? What's wrong with doing this? Sinead Laffer just subscribed. Well, thank you very much, Sinead. If in fact you did. So let's start off by keep them. It's probably best if I do it from here, from the garage. So Fast Track 8000 can stay. That can stay. That can stay. This stuff can stay. Keeping a lot of stuff, which is good. This, unfortunately, will have to go. This is a really sad song. I don't like this song. This is gonna go for the time being. The fast tracks are going as well. The Challenger can go. I know I only just bought it, but it can go. That can stay. The Lindy's can stay. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. We'll actually get rid of the Massey, actually, yeah. Get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. Doing a major cull of equipment right now. We'll get rid of this, we don't need it. We'll get rid of this. We don't need it. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. And we'll get rid of this. And we can get rid of this. Don't worry, I'm not deleting everything. That... we can get rid of this. We can get rid of this now as well. Because that's something I've just done. Right, so let's go into tractors. And we're going to buy some in-game stuff. Let's start off with a Fence 700. Fence 724 would be nice, without a front loader.
Hello, Dave.
An actual factory. Liam XX1, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. I'm on time. I'm late. So buy this. We'll get a. Get something small as well, actually, just because I do need something to have a front loader. We'll get a ZR Major. Ooh, that can't get a front loader attachment. And we get one on the Steyr Multi. We can. So we'll grab that one. As box standard as it gets. We'll go for something a bit more powerful as well. The Case Optum. We will also need to get a front loader. It's made for the Steyr, that's perfect, so we'll get this for 5400. We'll get a bale spike. I've just thought I can get rid of... I'm actually going to need to get rid of this. But I can get rid of this as well. I've got the bale spike. Bucket I'll get for telehandler, that'll be fine. We need to get a bale trailer. So I'll just get the in-game one for now. Why did I get a Realism mod? Because I like music's too loud. Thought it was a bit quiet before. So let's just turn it down to there. I got a realism mod because I actually wanted a realism mod. I want this mod. Let me think, what else will I need? I'll need a plow, but that can come in time. I will also need a telehandler. We'll get the JCB. Don't use this much, so we'll get this. And a shovel. Right, that should be it sorted. And hopefully... Yes! Fantastic. This is not... It should be, but it's not. Okay. So, what we are going to get started by doing today is we're going to actually, just because it's going to be a pain otherwise, we're going to turn on plant growth to slow and just fast forward through the night, because it'll be a pain trying to do things at night. There we go. And actually, now I can show something off immediately, because we're going to need to get the JCB up to the cows. This could prove difficult, because we're using the more realistic mod. And what the more realistic mod does is it makes the game a lot more realistic, lad. Or more realistic mod. Hello, James the Irish lad. How's she keeping? She's keeping well. It's a disappointment, yes, but when you've got MR turned on, it suddenly turns into being something a bit more worthwhile, because it's like, I'm not accelerating, you can hear the engine braking there. I'll put you to the game. Have I? Oh, so I have. Let me just fix that real quick. Thank you, Simulating Games, even. Should have had a load-all base game. They really should have, but they didn't. So, I mean, it's Giant's loss. I've closed that down by mistake. Why was I getting rid of everything? Because the stuff that I got rid of, at least temporarily, wasn't MR. It... Wow, four-wheel drive is going to be very helpful. That was realism. That was, yeah, apparently the in-game traffic is a bit OP. But we will need to do some cultivating today, and we've got the new game Cultivator ready. I don't know if we actually have the horsepower available to run it, but we'll find out the hard way. Would I play FS19 if there was no mod support for it? Yes, but only for about a month before I got bored. Have we got head tracking on today as well? No, because I forgot to turn it on. One thing I also forgot is I forgot to grab this and plug it in. Bear with me. I'm still kind of setting up. Got like nothing done today. You should now be on charge, is it? Because I need this thing on charge. It is. So it's... Why has my wheel suddenly gone super heavy? My wheel's suddenly gone up to 100% force feedback. I'm going to have to open up the profiler in a second. Let's just call that teething issues. Because I need to now open the Logitech profiler to get it working correctly. Come on! See, it's fine now, but as soon as I go in game, That's fine again. Okay. Top-notch driving today. It'll get better. I'm getting used to the new physics. The force feedback is like wildly varying from all the force feedback to none at all. Oh, Cam. Now there's like none at all. Is this actually working with force feedback all of a sudden? Somehow. And look at scrap the stream. Let's get this going. Fast forward a bit more. Reasons to use creator tools. There we go. Thank you, Landy. So, with MR, there's a lot of physics tweaks. And we'll hopefully see some over at the cows. You can see, number one, the tractor seems that, well, the telehandler is behaving a lot more realistically than it normally would, you know. You go off-road a small bit, it really starts bouncing immediately. And it doesn't just instantly stop bouncing, it does kind of rock a bit once you bring it back onto the road, which it would do in real life. Chat's amazingly quiet again. Very bouncy is reason. It is, though. Hello, Edward. You always miss my streams because I end before you get home from school during the week. I'm very sorry, Cam. What happened to the weather? I fast-forwarded the game to make it sunnier because it was looking terrible, according to Landy. So now we get to muck out the cows and hopefully see how heavy the manure is. Hopefully. In Farm Sim, you're an owl because you can turn your head 360 degrees. Not with head tracking. So let's get this loaded up. This could end badly. Okay, you can see the suspension bouncing every time I even move this slightly. So this is quite heavy. Hello, Nitro Gaming as well, and Curtis Plays. I don't know why I'm doing everything left-handed, but I am. Here we go. In cab. I'll get head tracking turned on in a minute. Does the more realistic mod just affect vehicles? No. It affects crop yields and seed and fertilizer usage as well. So, for crops, the seed usage will be exactly what it would be in real life. The same with fertilizer usage. So it'll go down a lot faster than it would in game, I think. And sprayers are going to be a bit... It's quite heavy. He says it's 2 tons of manure in the bucket. Thomas, the thing is it with more realistic, it acts like 2 tons of manure. It's not just, oh yeah, this would weigh a lot in real life. It does weigh a lot. It behaves as if it's 2 tons of manure. Granted, it's not as sloppy as real world manure, but Farm Sim manure is about as close as you can get in Farm Sim. I'm kind of glad though that I don't have any crops to harvest, because trying to do a harvest with MR gets a bit painful when you're only still trying to get used to it. Got MR working today, got a nice few mods from the database, and got the updated gearbox add-on for GitHub. Loving Farm Sim again. Aaron, MR is just gonna... MR is a game changer, every bit as much as Seasons was when that came out, and I know I'm not using Seasons anymore because it slowed things down too much for me. I'll get back into using Seasons fairly soon, I've got a plan. But you can see that, like, that behaves like it's 2 tons of manure. It behaves in a believable manner. Hello, Spam! Why did Fahy change your name to Spam, by the way? What did you do to get your name changed to Spam? Hello, Gaming with Ryan. Because you must have annoyed Faye to get that to happen. Speaking of, where is the git? I can't smell him at all. Hello, D.I. Goldsmith. Because he posted spam. Did he seriously just post the word spam? Well, now you've learned your lesson. Don't ever, ever, ever post a word that can get you renamed. Especially not when Faye's about. Hello, Kieran Worthington. You said spam once he added my name 3 times. Well, yeah, don't ever do that. What you're supposed to do is join in. Then let Faye shout at you for joining in. Hello, Faye. You're eating dinner. You fat ass. I went downstairs and I was watching motor racing and I just kept nodding off, so I had to come back upstairs and be cold. So I'm intentionally going to keep my room a bit colder than I did yesterday. Because I've been, like, falling asleep since I got up. Which isn't necessarily the best thing in the world to be doing in the mid-afternoon. Hello, Dakota! Right. This is going to get very interesting very quickly because we do have... Whoa! Okay, we do have some crop work to do as well. Or some groundwork. Which, with more realistic is... Well, more realistic. Especially in terms of speed. Which is bound to annoy somebody or other. Why can't I put grass into the thingy? I can't put grass into the feeding trough. I'm guessing that's something to do with MR. Which is not necessarily the greatest. But let's turn that off. Let's get into... By the way, the Lexion should be MR, but it isn't. I'll have to do that manually, I guess. The other way. Which is fine with me. I'm guessing the same goes for the John Deere. So let's grab the Optum. I think. Who gave Dave MR? I downloaded it myself this morning. Or last night. May I have some in-cab? Sure. Hang on. Let me just get the track app programming running. So that's not right or comfortable. That's also not comfortable. That's more like it. But now it's tilted. There we go. So with MR you can see there's a lot more play in the wheel. He says hitting into a tree. What does MR stand for? More realistic. So this is gonna potentially be very interesting when we get into the field with the cultivator, because we do need to cultivate, and this is gonna slow it down significantly. That said, you can see the front left tire is actually spinning faster than the front right there, which is quite nice. There we go. I can't remember which fields actually need to be cultivated though, which is potentially an issue. This could get very interesting very quickly. How awesome would be more realistic made it to hear the effect stuff on my wheel. That'd be cool if it like had force feedback, but that's just something Farm Sim doesn't have. Which is a bit of a shame. Hopefully I don't need to wait for this, because I don't have a weight bought just yet. Seems okay so far. I'm an amazing streamer? Probably not. Come on. Right. I'll have to go out of cab here just to see what's going on with everything. So we'll just start off with a headland because I get a horrible feeling I'm going to screw something up here. I want to be sure that it's going to go alright. I shouldn't be able to do this in two-wheel drive. We'll see what happens when we start going up the hill. This should slow down to a crawl. And just start spinning up. Yep. We got 21% slippage, 22% slippage. Let's turn on four-wheel drive. It's instantly down to 16%. Hello Delta. I'm using my wheel because I've got MR installed finally, and now Farm Sim is much closer to a simulator. But going back up in slippage actually, so let's turn on diff locks. Should reduce slippage further yet. There we go. Hello Dan. Do I have platinum? Yes. You're dreaming. I've actually been thinking about getting MR for a while. And myself and Landy I spotted. I don't know if Landy spotted it first or I did. I'm using drive control too. Yes. They don't conflict as far as I'm aware. But you can hear hopefully that the tractor's pinned in terms of engine, but we're only going 8 kilometers an hour because that's as fast as the tractor can pull. Hello, Josh. Strongly suggest you guys get MR. Like, genuinely, from somebody who likes playing comically, but really realistically and really unrealistically, MR is a fantastic mod. You're my biggest fan? No, you're not, Josh. I can personally guarantee you that. MR, complete game changer. I don't know if I'll be able to go back to standard Farm Sim. And Dural has said that he's working on the what's it called? The horse pack. As at the moment, he's got 8 vehicles converted, and he's working on converting the rest. So we should have horse fairly soon in MR. Actually, I'm gonna leave that for later. Let's just keep it warm like that. Now, get this. You can tell when I'm using the wheel that I'm suddenly a lot more in control of things. Even though there's a lot of play. I'm wondering if the dead zone on the wheel is actually set wrong. Let me just check something here. So it's top dead center. I'm wondering if the dead zone's actually active on the wheel. Where's Aussie Medic when we need him? Hello, Side Spec Bros. There we go. We're down to 9% slippage, going 14 kilometers because we're going downhill. And this is only a cultivator. This is only just cultivator. Imagine if this was a plow. How slowly we'd be going up the hill. In fact, I don't think we would be going up the hill if this was pulling a plow. Dave being realistic on subscribe. Dave's better with keyboard and mouse than a wheel. I'm funnier with keyboard and mouse. I'm definitely a better driver with the wheel. You can see now that we're actually struggling to stay slow. Because like if I take my foot off the accelerator, we drop the engine out. So yes, of course it's gonna slow down. Chat's frozen. Oh, it has. Luminek. I don't know what causes that, but it's annoying. There we go. I definitely do prefer more realistic Farm Sim over like standard Farm Sim. I do like the more simulatory aspects of it. Because things suddenly start behaving in a much more predictable manner with MR. Like, it's not a case of wondering why that's happened. It's, oh, that's happened because I've screwed up, or that's happened because this happened which caused that. The physics are a lot more straightforward. Is Dan ready for Thanksgiving? Dan's so ready that he can't even stand up properly at the moment. Also, is it just me or does this cultivator suddenly feel wider now that I'm able to use it properly? But yeah, I know that I'm not actually doing this correctly because I'm doing the headlands first, by the way. You don't think MR is good, you had something bad happen in FS13. Fair enough. Am I streaming on Turkey Day? We don't celebrate it here, Dan. It's just another day for us. Where's the Realism mod from? It's on FSUK. If you go to the forums, it's the only place it's currently available. You can download it from there. I'm hoping those bales are MR. I'm really hoping those bales are MR, because if they're not, then there could be problems. We really don't, Dan, because most of that is called Saturday. Hello, Pedro! I'm being realistic. Be very afraid. Downside of more realistic is, of course, that it slows everything down even more than Seasons does. Because with Seasons, at least you can go, like, the top speed in game. In MR, not so much. Any day, anything can apply. Yeah. Pedro! I'm having to moderate my own moderators. It's why is that not letting me do the thing? It was tempting, Faye, I'll be honest. Hello, Charlie. Now it will. What you do? You did what you usually do, Pedro. I'm trying to do something here and it's not particularly working at all. I don't know why it's not working, but it's not. Come on. Either it's not working or it's not or it is working and it's not telling me that it is. Honestly, it's the best. Well, yeah, but could you at least try and keep it PG, Pedro? Like, is that a thing you can do? Another thing blacklisted? That doesn't matter at all, JB. Because a fun fact, moderators can get around the blacklist. So, the mods can say console. In fact, they can leave a message that's just the word console repeated however many times this fiddles the 200 character limit. But normal people can't. Like, you guys who aren't mods can't. It's just so the mods can talk a bit more openly about things, and because they know what triggers me. It's actually really easy to get convert. Yeah, it is. You programmed your truck to your garage door. Oh my god. That is just proving that the mods can in fact say the word console now. So there is a minor issue with MR in that it doesn't actually work with sugarcane yet, just yet, as far as I know. It doesn't work with platinum yet. It doesn't work with horse, but that's being worked on. But it's gonna be interesting. Hello, Gaming Kev. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying, hit the like button. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and more realistic mod is really at play right now. I'm trying to go up a hill that's maybe a bit too much for the tires to cope with. Welcome back, Landicade. I can't trust you. Pretty much. What happens if I turn off diff locks? Will this help at all? I mean, now it's making the tractor walk up the hill. Hello, Mark. Need a front weight. I don't think weight's the issue. I think it is just the steepness of the hill. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go across the field. Because as soon as I turn on diff locks again, yeah, the hill's too steep for the tractor. Because as soon as I get this freed, see what you. West Coast. Yeah. What is MR? More realistic mod, Farmer Dan. It's what just got me stuck. Front weight would help. In fact, I think in that situation, a front weight would actually cause more problem. You bring it across all your saves. I think I will as well, Andy. Now that I'm using it, yeah. And I think one of my projects for the weekend will be starting work on MR converts of stuff. Because actually, I'm probably going to start off with the herons, just to see if I know what I'm doing, because I can use the MR XMLs from a different mod to hopefully, fingers crossed, sort that out and figure that out. Extra weight would help. Well, let's go get a weight then. Let's do something I very rarely do. Let's get a ton and a half should do. Ton and a half weight should do. Hello, GD. Weight distribution and traction. Oh, okay, then we'll get a ton and a half on the front and see if that helps. Probably shouldn't just drive around with a ton and a half weight on the front, but oh well. If we tip forward a bit, that's no great shame. Hello, Barnlow.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave? Dave's there.
That was perfect timing, Gaming Kev. Well done. Thank you very much for subscribing as well. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. You loving cab. Well, hopefully I'm braking early enough. So this suddenly becomes a lot, I guess, easier to drive and more difficult at the same time. Because you can kind of expect what you're going to get. We can turn off diff locks and four-wheel drive here. You don't, yeah, the wheel weights might work properly, and wide wheels will almost definitely give a lot more traction.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave?
Alexander Bettany, that's an amazing name. Thank you very much for subscribing as well. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. I really enjoy how at 53 kilometers an hour the wheels of this sync up to the frame rate and look like they're not moving. And what's more, I suddenly start driving actually realistically with MR enabled. Because it's just a lot more believable. I'm using my wheel, yes. It's like a complete break from everything I've been doing for the last, what, 2 months? So let's grab the weight. There it is. And it's, oh, that brought the front end down quite a bit. Jump music a bit. Somebody was complaining earlier it was too loud, now it's too quiet. Oh my god. Actually, that sounds good. Oh, yeah, front end is being weighed down quite badly by this. Oh, very badly. Because if I just take off the weight, you can see the entire tractor jumps up. Well, twin wheels, that help. That would very much help. Is this map out yet? It's been out for ages, Kev. It's been out for quite a while. Even on consoles. Before you said, but on console. Yeah, it's been out for a while. On PC and on console. Yeah, I'll turn it up a tad more then. Welcome back, Lewis.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave? Dave's there.
Nikki Pella. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Dave can't drive, he said, just as I make a perfect 90-degree right-hand turn. I am Mr. Realistic. Dave's driving is back. Lots and lots of MR stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it working properly, because some of the stuff that I thought I installed, I didn't, as it turns out. What is MR? MR is the more realistic mod. It makes Farm Sim a lot more realistic and just changes how vehicles and equipment work. Brain went dead. That's fair enough, Gaming Cap. Let's get our 4 diff locks back on now. And get the cultivator attached. Cultivator might be a bit big for what we're... for the tractor, which could be a part of the problem. Let's see how we do now. Oh, that's suddenly much better. I mean, the slippage is a bit higher than it was, but in terms of performance, yeah, the tractor is definitely able to run a lot smoother. Well, quite a bit of the time you need to re-reference the lots, make sure you got the right one. Yeah, well, I installed the Lexion Pack one and it doesn't seem to have worked, which is slightly worrying. So I'll need to go through my mods and double check. I'm learning lessons. I mean, it's up the slippage, but I guess the slippage means that there's more being dug into the ground, so it's gripping. You can get MR from the link Lewis posted. It's like the Google Drive link is what you're going to be wanting there, I think. There are two... possibly... I'll double check everything after the stream anyway, so... because I kind of did it quickly before the stream. I'll double check that everything's actually installed correctly later. Turning into Dagger when you like it. Thing is, Spears Key, I've always enjoyed playing like this. I just choose to be unrealistic a lot of the time and silly. Is the reason that I do that? Just because I can. There's too much seriousness in Farm Sim. Just sit back, relax, and do donuts in your tractor, or make a flying lawnmower or something. Just don't take it too seriously. Is MR not coming out of auto? It's in for testing, but like it's constantly being worked on. Yeah, I used to use this before. This is one of my favorite mods for Farm Sim ever. Is More Realistic mod. I used it back in 13. There's, I think, videos on the, if not on the channel, then on an old channel of mine that have More Realistic Farm Sim 13. Because I just enjoyed that mod. It was a fantastic mod. And Duraz's come back for 17, decided it's not realistic enough. It needs to be more realistic. So that's where we are now. We're in the more realistic phase, which means that I'm probably gonna keep using this mod for the next year. In everything. What's my old channel? I've gone through about 4. Don't think I actually know which one I was using at the time. It might be on this channel. How am I? I'm good, Alvinas. Probably won't come out for console. There's no probably about it, Cameron. There is no probably. It is a case of this. The more realistic mod cannot come out on console. It is literally nothing but scripts. So it's up to Giants to make the game more realistic. If you like it, start shouting at Giants, say, hey, we want more realism in Farm Sim. They might listen, they might not, but you'll have tried at least. Hello, Mike. Yeah, it can't work on consoles. Sony Microsoft will block it because it's got nothing but scripts. If you guys want more realistic on console, start a campaign for Giants to make the game more realistic on its own. But Giants probably won't do that because they genuinely think the console community wants an arcadey farm sim game. Hello, Caden. Not been here in a while? Well, welcome back. This music is quite chill. I like it. It's quite good for cultivating. It's cultivating music right there. Right. Spin this around. Do I play Roblox? You've clearly never been here before. No. I don't like Roblox. The only thing that I would play, possibly, is Minecraft 2 when that comes out or whatever that is. Because I think yes, you were talking about it yesterday. That was on Westbridge Hills, wasn't it? K Lange, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Good stream so far. Well, thank you. What else apart from wheel slip does MR do? Changes fuel usage. You'll see at the very bottom right of the screen, you'll see a little circle with a line through it saying 59.7 litres an hour. That's the actual fuel usage.
Hello, Dave. That Dave. There's
Caden, and it's Noggy as well. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stays.
Hello, Dave. That Dave. There's
Got a bit of a sub train going on, it seems. I believe so. Yes, Fahy. Don't know if I like it, but do you know what? I would return to Minecraft if they brought it back. I genuinely kind of modern Minecraft is where I spend a lot of my time in past times. And I've been spending a lot of time playing Kerbal Space Program. How do you get MR? You go onto the FSUK topic you downloaded from Dral's Google Drive. Should get a more powerful tractor and get it done quicker. Probably wouldn't get it done much quicker than this because this is quite a hill I'm cultivating. Plus, I can't afford a more powerful tractor. This is more powerful than I think the JCB 8000 I have, and yeah, it's the most powerful one I've got. Just downloading a lot of XML files. Yeah. That's going to be a thing with MRs, is everybody will just be downloading XML files on the constant. Time for big... Oh, it's downloaded, Faye! Well done, sir. Is the mod in for testing? Yes, but you're probably better off not using the version that comes out because it'll end up being a case of, well, some of this stuff is still there, some of it's not, and Dural will just keep updating and tweaking it as he goes, potentially. My time for Big Bud. No, I'm not using Big Bud. That would be a bit too silly. We do like Spike? Considering you were just spamming about one a second ago, Caden, probably not. Let's get this spun around. There we go, there we go. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Didn't screw up once. Okay, squad track. Can't afford it, Richard. Sub goal. Oh crap! It is. What? Okay. $81 items. I don't know how many are in mine, but yeah. Richard, stop making demands right now, else you'll be very quiet for 5. Oh, okay, you're gonna be very quiet for 5 minutes anyway. I don't like people making demands. I'm streaming for the sake of I'm streaming for you guys and for my own entertainment, but making demands is a bit rude because you're not, you know, you're not my employer or anything. Honestly, demands make streamers enjoy things less. Like, oh well, he demanded it, so now I've got to do it because it's the way things are. 2 away from 70. How many mods do I have in my mods folder? Last time I checked, it was 258. It's probably up close to 200 now, or up near 300 even. Although I do need to actually clear out some of the stuff I've gotten there. Come on. I don't know if we'll be able to get parts of this field done. Eat some pasta. Have I tested this with bales yet? I have not. This is the first time I'm playing with it. This is well, the second job I'm doing. Hello, River Johnson, or River Johnson. How does my computer cope? 32 gigs of RAM. Oh, now... where's my phone? Oh, it's over there. I'll look after the stream. What field is this? This is field 10? 11. Field 11. Yeah, more realistic doesn't really like hills. I mean, in reality, you'd be avoiding hills as much as possible, so more realistic not really liking hills kind of makes sense. Nice shape. It is a very nice shape indeed. FS15, you get over 400. I get, I tend to just kind of go through periods where I get rid of all the mods in my folder. Speaking of mods, I think we have a couple of trolls in chat at the moment, guys. Just raising that point. You've had to report another one. Oh my god. The ads on YouTube are getting worse. I swear.
Hello, Dave. That Dave. There's
Oh, you got yourself banned, so you decided to just subscribe. Well, thank you. There's a GTA ad. Yeah. YouTube insists on all of the creators being PG, but Peggy 18 ads are perfectly fine, apparently. Joke's on you, though, because I can just do this. That's why I keep the thing so that it doesn't stay constant. I can just blip over to another screen real quick and get rid of names I don't like. It's one of, yeah, it's one of those streams. When I'm finishing, I'll be finishing at about 7, so in about an hour's time. Hey, Drum Oliver. Have I accidentally been ignoring you? I've seen a lot of your messages in chat and I don't know if I've been responding to any of them. Saturday streams tend to be a bit weird because you got the people who maybe had a bit too much to drink last night coming in. Nice and relaxing. Thank you, Farmer Stephen. Hopefully it's vaguely realistic. I don't know. Yeah, I am so very sorry, Drum. You know that I have a habit of missing people in chat and just not replying to their messages by mistake. How am I, Adam? I am good. How are you, dude? That's it, Faye. It's the maybe they've had too much sugar today or something. No, sorry. What's sorry about, Drum? For me, yes. I'd hope so, because I'm using the more realistic mod. Just chilling. I've got to admit, like, as slow as this is, as slow as this cultivating is, it's a lot more enjoyable than doing it fast with the vanilla everything. Because it feels better. You know, there's a feel to it. It's not just, oh yeah, well, we're zipping across the field one way and then back the other. Because you can, just from the way the equipment responds and the speed and the engine, you can tell what the field is doing. When I stop missing bits. I'm doing my best, Fahy. Would Jules help? Probably. You're waiting for the update, but you'll still play some West Coast. This is the update, by the way, Elvinas. This is the updated version. So it's slightly more optimized. Bill found some stuff that he could optimize a bit more. The BGA works. There is sugar cane, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the full update. He kind of did it by request of myself and Landy. And also, I guess, because he wants to figure it out. Although, judging from the responses he's been getting on Facebook to stuff, he might want to release the update with sugarcane. Does the update release, or does the update need a new save? No! If you're using an existing save, you might get some kind of weird, kind of graphical bugs from the way that sugarcane's been installed. You can see, do I have a green field still? That's sugarcane. That field over there I think isn't planted in anything. Some some of the textures do go like bright green, because the block IDs have changed and stuff like that. Doesn't show the green texture on the fields. Yeah, I'd be willing to almost guarantee it, judging by, shall we say, the response of people on Facebook. And the behavior of certain people just to prevent a headache. How come my rendering circle is so close? I don't actually know. I didn't cop that, but yeah, that is extremely close. That shouldn't be that close. That might be why I'm getting 60 FPS, Landy, is I'm not rendering anything, basically. I'm gonna extend the... Actually, do you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually, save and come out. That was the wrong button. And I'm gonna increase the render distance. Advanced graphics settings, fully draw distance. Set to 150, set that to 100%. Oops, I've got the mic unmuted. I'm just waiting for Pretzel to start deciding to work. Because for some reason it doesn't want to play music. Oh, it might be playing music, but it's not working correctly. God. Oh, I know why it's not working! I know why I can't hear it. There we go. Let's go through that. I know why I couldn't hear anything. Forgot to open my virtual mixing board. Right, luckily, I saved the game. By the way, we've got 87 hours in... Just want to double check that I did in fact save the game. Yes. XML data bank is loading, so I don't know what's going on wrong there. Game crashed? Computer crash, Faye! Is Pretzel free? Yeah! Can you just listen to it? Do you need to be streaming? You can just listen. You can just listen to Pretzel all day long. Hello, Eddie! We're just recovering from a game crash, well, a computer hang-up crash thing. You're not gonna miss much if I do this. She had a meltdown. Yeah, she didn't quite like me changing options. Hopefully they saved. Yep, they did. Now we got the render circle back to something a bit better. That's a much better render circle. There we go. You have to go, you'll be back. Alright, Ignis. Thanks to whoever subscribed while I was busy rebooting. You're the awesome people. Eddie, did you like the art I sent you earlier? I was drawing lovely pictures for Mr. Scap on Snapchat. I drew him a happy face. Totally wasn't inappropriate at all. I'm not a very good artist though. My art is particularly bad. You love the suspension, Tina. Yeah. It just turns the game into something that's a lot more believable. I missed a bit. So I did. Let's go get this bit now while I'm down this way. Face getting really annoyed. Oh, Pedro, did you manage to resurrect the save? Because Faye was telling me that putting Big Butt on the server did something funky to the save with all the wheat planted on all the fields. Or nearly planted or something like that. What's the thing left under the tractor mean? Do you mean this? This is your wheel slippage. It's how much your wheels are slipping. Won't feel left to see. Well, here's the thing. If it did wonk up, you do need an account to listen to Pretzel. That is the thing. If it did go wrong, could you guys not use the Big Butt equipment to reseed the map quickly? Because, like, the big seeder is what? Big seeder with Big Bud. 25 meters? Did you guys not use that equipment to redo it? It'll be fine. Yeah, but, I mean, I am making suggestion. Quickly, well, yeah, but quicker. Hello, Puchkus. Or Poikus. I'm not entirely sure which one it is. I do hate that drum over. Hill's a bit too steep over here, apparently. We should be back again. Hopefully. Hello, Roblox gamer. This time I decided to go for the BRB screen. Should be back now. Just keeping an eye on stuff while the game loads. How do you get mods to work with MR? I'm not entirely sure. I thought I knew, but apparently not. Gonna monitor my GPU once I'm in game, which has crashed, and has something in. Hang on, I'm just gonna verify the integrity of my cache here real quick. Hopefully quickly. I get the feeling a game file is broken. Come on. Oh, screw it. We'll do it live. We'll see if it wants to not break this time. How do you feel, Chieftain Bowser? You go to a fuel point. Yes. Hang. Hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Has that just unbound all my controls? I swear if all of my controls are unbound. Do I need to start streaming? If my controls have unbound, then possibly. We'll give it one more try. We'll give it one more try. If this doesn't work, then I'll have to do a lot of diagnostics. Okay, career. Load the West Coast. Start. While that's happening... Okay, my Steam's still offline. So let's... Fingers crossed, let's go in game. Please! Please work! I sound worried. I am worried. My computer doesn't usually crash. Ever. The fact that it's crashed twice today and did a half crash just there is very concerning. Please work. Yeah, get loading in just in case, Landy. Because I don't know what's going on. If this crashes again, I'm gonna have to do a lot of diagnostics. Okay, okay, okay. We're in game, we're in game. Having fun, yeah, sure. Let's call this fun. Do you know what? I'm gonna abandon the cultivating. What's... Everything looks good. None of this makes any sense. Let's buy this field. And let's grab from the shop the... Actually, let's use... Yeah, let's use the fast truck, why not? Oh my god, that's a... It's changed my resolution! That's 720p. I'm gonna have to try and reset the resolution. I don't know, Landy, that's the thing. I don't know what's causing it. It's changed my resolution to 720. No, it hasn't. What's changed? Something's not right. Something is not right with how that looked. But I think it was the cultivating combined with MR. Small possibility, I guess. This could crash things again. Oh my god. Don't crash. Please. Please don't crash. How am I today? I've been better. MR could have caused it. MR couldn't have caused it. It's not MR causing the crashes. There's something else causing it. Don't know what that something else is. Could be the rendering settings being different. That's much more like it. So let's hop into the fast track again. Sounds are all 100%. No. No, that doesn't. Something to do with me streaming. That's a possibility. Everything now looks wrong. This is magnificent. I'll be changing my settings again after this. I'm not going to go into the options again. I mean, I like the smaller HUD, but it makes it a lot harder for you guys to see, I guess. I haven't actually drawn. Let's just keep this 4-wheel drive and head over to field 18. Because what I want to do is I want to grab... They might not work in MR. Let's grab a mower. And mower. Because I don't know if the John Deere mowers are going to work in MR, despite the fact that I've activated them for MR. Let's grab the... Actually, let's get rid of the New Holland mower. And grab the Nova Cat. New Holland mower should be over here. Let's get rid of that because it's silly. Get the Nova Cat. Can we afford a front mower as well? We can afford a front mower as well. Fantastic. These will both be MR. And we'll just reset them. Just to get them there faster. Yeah, the reason that I wanted MR more is I want to show off a bit of MR mowing. Smaller HUD is fine, smaller HUD is fine, smaller HUD is fine. I've got it in the right place, but everything else that I theoretically have everything in the right place isn't working correctly. So I'm just kind of being a bit more safe than sorry at the moment. Right. Let's head over to field 8. Or whatever field it was that I just bought. It's not the fact that I got sugarcane in the map. It shouldn't be. It was fine yesterday. Oh, that... Okay, Lenny, now I see what you mean by the mower is wobbling. That isn't defaulting game. That is MR, 100%. That is 100% MR doing that. That's amazing. That's a lovely little detail. So... Oh, I may need to go to the options again. Because it feels a bit like... Let's reset my dead zone. Or there's some sort of delay. But if I just kind of go over like this, you can see the mower itself wobbling. That is MR doing that. That's the mod more realistic. Actually, I should be able to afford field 6. Let's see if we can buy this. Right. Oh, we got just enough money. Was I using MR yesterday? No. But I also didn't change my render settings in Farm Sim yesterday. Like, there's 2 potential points of failure there. I'm saying it's not MR because it was perfectly fine before I tried to change the render settings. let's get going. Did you miss the fun? Yeah, you missed me crashing my computer basically 3 times. If that counts as fun. That's very loud. That's way too loud. Now I'm faffing about with the damn volumes because the game decided to change how everything works. There we go. I wouldn't have crashed if I didn't start faffing about them, but I will be playing about with them later tonight and just get the game kind of retuned to be somewhere near where I want it. It's not accounting for sugarcane, but it won't affect it. Like if MR doesn't account for something, it just won't touch it. That's how it works. So the tractors that I have that aren't MR aren't being touched by MR. I am actually doing it. No, I was thinking about it before Drumlover. That's why I was talking about it yesterday. I've been thinking about doing MR for a while now. And after watching Disco/David Oldfield's videos, which fair play to Tommy, he didn't actually want to advertise David Oldfield's videos. If you guys want to see MR done regularly on Farm Sim 17, for now at least, until I figure out my settings and get my mods working correctly. By the way, there won't be a video tomorrow as I'm going to be sorting out my mods for MR. But Disco, David Oldfield has been doing more realistic FS17, and I've always enjoyed his videos, so without even watching them, I can tell you guys, go over and watch his videos on MR, because he will be able to do it right. He'll have all of his stuff working in MR correctly, and he might even have a couple of tutorials. If you want to learn MR from the very basics up to the very advanced stuff, Flatlander, who on YouTube is called The Sim Station, his channel, he's got a video on MR and how it works and why he enjoys it and stuff like that. So check out Flatlander as well. Who else is doing MR at the moment? Mark DuPonte is, probably Delta. I would imagine Delta might be. Landy and myself have both kind of decided independently and together that we're going to start working in MR, because it is honestly a game-changing bug. Or the game-changing bug. Game-changing mod. Landy's doing MR. I'm going to be getting everything working in MR and starting to figure out conversions, which I found an Excel file that might actually be very, very helpful for me to write XMLs up. And if I can do that, then that's going to make life a lot easier for me moving forward, so that we can get more and more and more stuff into MR, and I'll be putting, if I get XMLs working correctly and things working in a manner that feels realistic, I'll be throwing them up onto the XML database as well. One thing that I have noticed is these mowers seem to be very light all of a sudden. I'm wondering if something's gone wrong. Because like I'm mowing at 28, 29, 30 kilometers an hour. That's way too fast. Let's slow right down. This fast track is too powerful for the mowers. It's just occurred to me. That's what the problem is I'm mowing with a tractor that's just way too powerful. So let's take the fast track off the mowers and just kind of park it up here. Let's grab the 724 should be able to run these no problem. And be not too powerful. Now the joy is that I don't need to, or I won't be needing to use the balers today, which is great because I need to double check that they work in MR. I need a Zetter. I have a... oh, I didn't get a Zetter, yeah. I might need to get a Zetter. But I'm not going to turn head tracking back on because... reasons. It seems like it might have continued the same stream, which is nice. I might not have like 3 different parts of the same stream later on when I go to faff about with stuff. Valtra N. That has an MR convert, so I might well work with it. let's have some tea. I've had a cup of tea sat here for the last hour and a half. I've not touched it, so let's have a bit of tea. Get the tractor into the field. So, genuine question, do you guys want me to... Like, I know what my answer is for this. I want your guys' answers. Do you guys want me to continue with MR and just kind of move on from here? Or do you guys want me... Would you guys prefer me to get rid of it? Because personally, like, my opinion is... And my plan for me is MR is going to stay for when I'm doing personal stuff. And one project in particular is definitely going to have MR. But at the end of the day, if you guys would prefer to see non-MR stuff, then I can continue doing non-MR stuff and be unhappy. Keep MR, says Baron Loge. Baron Loge is the only one with an opinion, apparently. Because it's just nicer. It just runs better. Like, it makes the game a whole lot more believable. The weight distribution of these mowers is off. The rear mower on this is a lot heavier than the front mower. That's kind of amazing. Keep him more. Keep him more. Be unhappy. Yeah, I think I am going to keep MR then if you guys are wanting it as well. Because as much as I say, oh, I like being unrealistic, I do actually quite enjoy using mods that are a bit more realistic. Yes, because you really mow at 20 miles an hour. I thought about trying a Gearbox 12 MR. No, and I don't like Gearbox mod at all. The way that I've got my gear stick set up with the G27 is actually set up for a combination of GPS and drive control. So it's just better that way. So for example, I can open up GPS, set a width, and set stuff. You know, I can set a new track going, we'll say this way, get it turned on, and off I go. And it works perfectly well. And then if I want to, I can turn. This is the button I wanted. Haha! I found my drop everything button. There we go. So I'm hoping to be able to TED this field today. Now that we're mowing at honestly silly high speeds, we might be able to TED this field as well today. Let's spin around like this. Why is it so quiet recently? I don't know. Possibly because I've crashed the computer twice and had to restart the stream twice. Or 3 times. Realism mod? I've got MR, Joe. Downloaded MR. So we're playing as realistically as you possibly can in FS17. Barring seasons. Seasons will be the other kind of half of ultimate realism, and I do plan a series doing seasons and MR together. Which is the more realistic mod. It affects physics. Changes physics on tractors, horsepower values. Traction is very much altered by MR. I've not seen anywhere. It's not kind of... I think everybody's in shock. I'm trying to be realistic. Possibly, Dan. It's not available on any of the mod sites just yet. It's like a whipping Whip in progress. Work in progress. On FSUK, so there is like a beta version available from FSUK in the forums if you know where to go. And I'm using that version at the moment. Just kind of learning the way to do things. Off into lurk mode, playing with new Scanias and ETS2. Very nice. I might try and play some Euro Truck later tonight. Just for myself, because I feel like using that Scania again that I bought, the 113, and trying to get up towards a 143. Am I the next big realism YouTuber? See, the thing is like, I'm gonna keep the silliness. I like doing silly things. It's just that I like realism as well in farm sim. I like when a simulator is actually a simulator. And like you guys can see that when I do put my mind to it and do actually put a small bit of effort in to be just that bit more realistic, I'm suddenly a lot more realistic in game. Because hey, I did 3 headlands with this. Usually I do 1 or 2 and then just go from there, and usually I'll just pick a side, but no, I'm going up the middle because it makes more sense, and I'm raising both implements when I'm turning. Game title description still says ETS2. I changed it to FS17, Eddie, refresh. Because somebody pointed out at the very start of the stream and I fixed it, and then you need to refresh for that to actually take effect. But I am tempted to bring back seasons. I would love to, I genuinely, I think he should. Because he's trying to play Farm Sim as realistically as you can in Farm Sim, in that series. And, Robin, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm not tech support, I'm not going to answer your question. You've probably got a conflict or a broken game file. Have I blacklisted Dagwin? I did for people. I'm going to unblacklist him again, actually. Louis shouldn't have done that, but I can see why. I'm going to unblacklist him again, because it just annoys me when people say, oh, do you know Dagwin? Dagwin? Because he doesn't need people screaming his name, because everybody knows who he is. If you play Farm Sim on YouTube, you probably know who Daggerwin is. He doesn't need advertising anymore, but people, I guess, you know, it's probably younger people. Just forget that and think that somehow somebody who plays Farm Sim on YouTube with what, basically 7,000 subscribers, and I'm looking forward to the day we hit 7k, by the way. That's kind of my end of year goal, is 7k with a stretch goal of 7.5. And then next year's end of year goal is 10k, because that'd be awesome. I want to hit 10k as soon as possible, really, but by the end of next year it'd be awesome. 30 kph mowing. This is the realistic mod. Am I not ending soon? Yes, I am, Cam. Hello, Matthew Delaney. How are you doing today? If you're enjoying the crashing and the nonsense, isn't that getting around the blacklist? Only if I don't plan on getting the word out of the blacklist. You'll notice that a lot of the questions about console are intentionally not timed out or deleted, because they're legitimate questions and the person knows console's in the blacklist but knows that they've got a question that is worth answering. Landy or Bulletbill in the stream. Landy was about earlier, and is kind of in a situation where he can stream in 2 minutes flat if my stream dies again, because this is my final attempt at streaming today. Because I was having major technical meltdowns. And Landy, if you're still here, this is gonna shock you, but I wasn't actually concerned about the technical meltdowns. Well, I wasn't getting angry, I was getting worried. Because when that stuff starts happening, it's the point where you get worried. I see that I haven't checked Facebook at all, Dan. I was sat downstairs watching WEC and like being half asleep all day. What have you missed? I'm using a more realistic mod, TNT. I'm being realistic. Yeah, like, when YouTube's derping or my internet's derping, I get angry, yeah. But when it's my computer going wonky, I don't get angry, I get very, very scared. Because... oh no! Oh, you could have saved that till after the stream, Dan, now I'm sad. Hello, Ryan. You could have waited, Dan. Malcolm died. I'll need to like look that up in the news and see which one he was. I tend to be very bad with bands, though. I don't know the individual names of members. Right, more tea for more happy. He won what? Well, do you know what I'm going to do tonight as a mark of respect? Is I'm going to listen to Thunderstruck full blast. Deafen myself. Because any self-respecting member of AC/DC would want somebody listening to Thunderstruck as loud as is humanly possible. So immediately after the stream, I'm going to get that playing on me YouTube. I tend to do that for like any rock band member who passes that I enjoyed the band, is I'll load up a song. Who's the rhythm guitarist? Ah, I'll load up a song from the band and just blast it at myself. So when Lemmy from Motorhead died, I just played Ace of Spades as loud as my headphones could take. Just maxed out all the volumes. This is true, Mike. Although I usually listen at half volume because full volume is overwhelming, to say the least. I am deaf for about 5 minutes after listening to some good music at full volume. Especially if it's been... Motorhead literally has to be played at full volume. They... I do recall seeing somewhere that they insisted the sound techs at every show, every Motorhead show, intentionally boosted the volume of everything to way beyond what was actually needed for it to be loud. Don't play the... Yeah, Massey, it breaks all mods. Which is why I don't have the ETS2 open beta. Hell's Bells at full volume. That'll work too. I'll probably have a Motorhead playlist, or not a Motorhead playlist, AC/DC playlist going later on. Mowing is long bout of dementia. Well, this might sound heartless, but for the sake of his family, it's probably for the best, because it's freedom from his own illness. Like, for him and for his family, that's in a way good news. Very sad, but good, because an illness like that you wouldn't wish on anybody, and it's liberating for them and for the family. Especially if it's been a long time, it's very very liberating for them, because they know that you know, the person's at peace. What's really weird though is, because this happened to my ground, I'm just going to pop through the hedges here real quick, just to get this going a bit faster. What's really weird is sometimes dementia people with dementia will like get a bout of having their memory back. Towards the end, so they'll remember absolutely everybody who's in the room and name, like, even people who aren't there and wonder where they are. Yeah, Ernie, I was in the same situation. It's like, it's sad, but it's happy. It's the happy kind of sad. Where it's kind of like, it's for the, that's kind of it, Mike. It's like, it's sad, but it's closure. Because they're not kind of trapped inside their own memories anymore. Should have the tether down here. Do! Fantastic. It's a bit of an awkward spot, but I should be able to get it out. Exactly, Dan. The same is true of any debilitating illness. Skill. Pure, unadulterated hit the post. JCB's too big for the tether. It's hit the post. It's fine. I mean, it's not, but it is. Oh, Ramon, thank you very much for liking at the very least. Gracias. Look at the tether bouncing around. Hello, Farming Simulator 17. That is amazing. Like, that is so much better than vanilla physics. I'm guessing you said hello from Argentina. Ramon, could you speak English, please? I'm trying to remember Spanish. Dan, if you know, could you please speak English in Spanish? That'd be very much appreciated. Right now. Habla por favor inglés. Hablo. Por favor inglés, por favor. Hola. See, now we're using the tether. We're kind of limited to 14 kph. This is so much better. I need to get in Bill's textures because I've been watching Landy's streams the last couple of days, and Bill's textures are so much better. So much better than Giants. Por favor, habla en inglés. I was close. I was really close with my pigeon Spanish. Hello, Ronnie Gamer. Gracias, Ramon. It's just because the mods generally don't know any other languages than English, and it makes life just that bit easier for them, a bit easier for you. Because we don't, the mods don't need to be going into Google Translate to see everything you've said. That was fairly good Spanish. Considering I never learned Spanish, I'm proud of that. Like, you guys have heard my... Is Ups and Seasons ready? I believe it is, Louis. Well, I presumed you knew Spanish. I mean, you're in lawn care. You have to talk to the Mexicans somehow, Dan. The screenshot looks so realistic. That's, yeah, the thumbnail is from an old stream. An older stream, I should say. And I've only just, You're welcome, Dan. Also, live long and prosper. There we go. So tedding is a lot slower in MR because it is in real life. You know, you gotta pull the tether and do all this kind of stuff. You're hiring a ginger first. Well, you can get Faye to help you then. He speaks ginger. Do I play COD? No. Oh, that's the best joke I've heard all day, Ronnie. No, I don't. I decidedly don't. If I'm playing a shooter, it's going to be something that's actually vaguely realistic. I watched the new Star Trek series on Netflix. No, and I've heard nothing good about it. I have literally not heard a good word about that series of Star Trek. As Bulletbill found out the FPS drops. No, Alvinus, and I'll tell you why. Because they seem to be localized to Landy. Because I'm streaming with MR and slightly raised graphic settings from what they were. Burning STS is on FSUK. Like the lowest FPS I'm seeing is 56. But Landy gets down to 20s and 30s in some parts of the map. It's weird. My current guess as to what's happening is that my RAM is overwhelming whatever FPS issues there are on the map. You'd find them on FSUK, Alfie. My RAM might be overpowering any FPS issues because we did a comparison. Landy on the map uses 1 gig of RAM. And I use 2, just kind of 2.5-ish gigs of RAM. So that difference is coming from somewhere, and we're not entirely sure why I'm using that much more RAM, other than I've just got more RAM in my PC and it's unlocked more for me, I guess. Can't seem to find him. Go to the Mapper's Paradise whip section. He'll be listed as a moderator there. That's the easiest way to find him. I don't think anybody quite expected me to be able to play realistically. Because, you know, the usual way I play is Mayhem. And I do still like the Mayhem, and I will probably keep up the Mayhem. But there's something relaxing about just sitting and tedding at 13 kph, which is a realistic speed. Down the West Coast, low West Coast, lots of FPS drops. You came into my stream of West Coast. You getting loads of FPS drops? Look at all the FPS I'm dropping. Just look at them all dropping away, look. There's a frame gone. There's another one, and oh, a few there, and oh, a few frames dropped there. Oh, look at the frames dropping away now as I turn the camera, and look at those frames just running away forever. Oh, like 1s and 2s at a time. Chat's too quiet to tell me. I know. You always knew I had it in me. I prefer this more realistic. More realistic? Seriously, MR, as silly as I usually am, MR is just a game-changing mod and I love it. I'm hoping it doesn't end up being the same as Seasons, where it slows things down to the point where people don't want to watch. But like, I genuinely prefer the game with MR. The physics just make sense now. I know, I believe Bulletbill's a fan of it. I know Disco is, I know Flatlander is. I know Landy is because he fell in love with it last night. I'm falling in love with it all over again today. It just makes the game less stupid, yeah. And like while I enjoy the stupidity of the stuff that I usually do, apparently you have to brake occasionally when tedding. I was going too fast for the tether to work there, so it was skipping. That's really cool. Have I done any wheel loader weights yet? I shouldn't need to, in theory. Will I need to? Oh, I probably will need to, won't I? Oh. I mean, if I... I didn't think of that, Martin. It's more like a sim with MR. Exactly. It is turning farm sim from an arcade game into an actual farm sim. And I like mods that can do that. Like I love seasons because it changes the crop growth to be more realistic as well. You have the realistic mass mod, you need them. I might need it too because this does have it's probably got more of a realistic mass than the realistic mass mod. Realism is Dave. I'm not serious about like the way that I'm presenting this, but I'm serious in that I like having realistic physics at the very least. And proving that you can in fact TED with a fast track. Still playing realistic. I'm gonna keep this mod, Tino. This isn't just a one-day thing. This is gonna be the channel from now on as more realistic mod. Because it's just better. It just makes Farm Sim that bit more believable and that bit more playable. Try to fill the silage fork with the wheel loader. Landy started counting down. Okay, well, we'll finish up with the wheel loader. And I do have the silage fork on it. So we were compacting at the end of the last stream, so let's see how we do here. Just fill this fork up with chaff, which granted is going to be much lighter than... That's how he's done it. Just want to check. Capacity of the silage bucket is 5,000 litres in MR. So he's solved the problem of this thing would only just do a front flip with the bucket with MR weights by halving. Cutting exactly in half the amount of weight this thing can actually hold. Just as an example of how silly the game is by default, I think 5,000 litres is probably much more realistic. It's not actually 5,000 litres, it's 5,000 kilos. It's 5 tons. Which, yeah, makes complete and utter sense. Can I make the new 7810 MR rating? You can make anything MR ready, it's just a case of learning how, and that's where I'm going to have the issues. 99% bug does not go away. That's a bug with the equipment itself. I want to try and level out that bit there a bit. So let's get this down. And like, it is playable with keyboard and mouse still, with MR. It's just that I find it that bit more believable using a wheel. There we go. And like, you can roll the pit in a somewhat realistic manner. This thing actually pulls itself up, and then... Okay, so it still will occasionally get itself stuck. Hello OF Agri Videos, we are gonna finish right now because Because it's time for me to say, I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching Farming Simulator 17 MR on... Where's my wheel then? Right here. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 MR on the West Coast. I'll be back tomorrow with another stream. There won't be a video tomorrow, there should be, but there won't be. Next video will be Monday. I'm going to be sorting out MR stuff all of tonight, most likely, and doing a bit more mapping and stuff. So I will... Could the mods throw in yesterday's video into the chat, please, a couple of times? I will say, stay safe. And goodbye.